Let's learn how to blend out metallic paint colors. We have a turd brown metallic Hyundai Tucson in the booth right now. This vehicle is getting 2 new doors, a small repair on the dogleg, and some freebies further by the rear bumper, and we are blending it into the front fender as well. Sealer is on. I'm just going to get my first coat of color on. I don't want to go too heavy where the metallics start to mottle and almost look like they're running. So don't put the first coat on too heavy because there's not a lot for that base coat to bite into. I'm going about 1/3 of the way into this fender. That's what it looks like when it's wet. It's not super heavy. It will dry and look really good. Had a little bit of a burn through on that body line. Just kind of blew that in just to get some color on it just before I blend further into that panel. First coat is all about getting color on. Second coat is more about orientation, making sure those metallics are sitting down the way you want and they are flipping and flopping exactly how you want them to. I am going to blend the color a little bit further, use body lines, shapes, curves, objects, door handles, mirrors, anything that can help you hide a blend. Now I'm just checking to make sure that I have coverage. On a color like this, knowing what I know about PPG EnviroBase, it's not quite 2 coat coverage, it's like 2.5 coat coverage. So what I do after this, after I have it all dehydrated and blown off, is I mix up my base coat, what's left in the gun, and I'll mix it 50-50 with wet bed. This little trick helps orient metallics, and it's like putting a blend into your paint cup before you even blend on the panel. When I spray an orientation coat, I will float the color a lot more than I am with the first coat where I'm just trying to get covered. I will pull back from the panel about 5 to 6 inches, about an inch further than I would when I'm just trying to get some color on the panel. I'm really trying to make sure that I lay it on nice and even and consistent so I don't have any streaking. On this quarter, I'm spraying edge to edge until I get to the top half of the quarter. Then I'm going to kind of blend it up into that rear quarter glass section. But there's a bit of a curve right where the back hatch is. I'm going to blend it right on that curve to try and hide any extra mismatch in color if there is any. And same goes with this fender. This is that 50-50 mix with the wet bed. I'm just going to blend it as far as I can. I want to keep the blend as far away from the damaged area so when the customer looks that the color is further away from the damaged area that they came into the shop for. Here's a look at the doors. Everything laid down really nice. This is all before I do a control coat. Don't mind that spot, it's still wet. Gotta make sure that's dry before I put a control coat on. But so far so good. I have 100% coverage and everything's looking really silky smooth. When applying a control coat, I always drop the pressure down to about 15 to 18 psi. I typically spray at 22 psi. I pull back at least 2, maybe 3 times the distance of the panel, and I'm just lightly floating on a coat, 90% overlap. And if it starts looking wet, you've done it wrong, but I will do a double control coat, just floating it on, making sure that it's just faintly there. You can use this also to help blend out your color in other panels, just like I will here on the fender. But this is going to give you that 100% metallic orientation that you want to make sure that your color looks as good as it can and has a perfect match in the booth here. As you can see, everything is silky smooth. There's no streaks, there's no mottling, there's nothing. Everything is looking good, no blotchiness, no nothing. Just silky smooth, just the way you want it to be before you put clear coat on. Using the Luma3 Exus OP 1.3 all the way through from sealer to base coat to clear. Clear I will be using on this job is De Beer 80-121. It's a great production clear, has a great shine, dries quick, and yeah, can't really say more nice things about it. But hammer on your clear and then you got yourself a really nice blend, and you can be happy knowing that the customer will not see where the new color starts and ends. So if you got any value out of this video, please feel free to check out more videos and maybe you can learn a bit more about painting there. Any other videos you'd like to see, just comment them below and I will get around to making it.